Hi, I'm Sasha from Marent Crafts. In today's tutorial we're going to be looking at cotton wadding. In particular we're going to be looking at the cotton blended wadding. And we're very lucky here at Marent because Boesel actually specifically make us this wadding, which is great, and it's got all the fabulous quality that we know and we love from Boesel. So what is cotton blended wadding? It's a wadding that is primarily cotton, but it has polyester to give you that really nice loft. It's also quite a low loft in density itself. So because it is low density, it means that it's lightweight. But don't let that fool you. It is extremely warm and it has a great handle to it as well. Now, when I say handle, I mean how the cotton wadding feels, how it moves, and how it works with your actual fabrics. Now, cotton blend wadding is actually needle punched, which means that it has very minimal scrim in there. And scrim is normally what holds your wadding together. So it's almost like a glue, but not quite. So sometimes you can look at your wadding and it can have lots of specks of brown in there. And that's because it is overloaded with scrim. And then they coat the layers of the wadding with the scrim, and then you find you get quite a rustic feel to your wadding. This is needle punched, and you can sort of see the needle punch technique within the wadding close up. What I love about the cotton blend wadding and what makes it my favourite is because of the way it washes. It washes beautifully. I can chuck it in the tumble dryer. It doesn't shrink as it is already pre-shrunk. I can pop it on the washing line outside, but it fluffs up beautifully. Once your fabrics are on there and it's quilted, it gives a great low loft effect, which makes it brilliant for cushion covers, wall hangings, anything that you do not want too much of a puffy quilted look to your projects. It's also great for bag making as well, because where it is low density, it's very close weaved in its actual wadding. So I'm going to show you very, very quickly how you would layer up your wadding. Now, I'm going to pop that one on the front and this one on the back. Now, if for example, this was a large piece of wadding with your fabrics, the easiest way to layer up your wadding with a spray is to fold back your layers and then use a temporary adhesive, and then fold your next layer, which is your wadding layer, down and smooth out. Then also give that a spray as well. And your temporary adhesive will just help fix those layers together while you are quilting. So the other great thing about this cotton blend wadding is the width. It's 120 inches wide, which means it's nearly 3 meters in width, which is amazing if you're a shop owner, or if you're somebody that does long arm quilting, or even if you're just somebody that's at home doing your sewing as a hobby and a craft at home, and you just like to be able to bulk buy those rolls of wadding to make your life so much easier. So with the cotton blend, washing is another question I get asked all the time. So what I always recommend is a 30-degree wash. You can put this wadding into the tumble dryer. I tend to put my quilts into the tumble dryer just until they're not quite dry, and then I put them out on the line because it really does fluff them up. I don't pre-wash my fabrics or my wadding before I start a project. I know that that is my personal preference, and you at home may do something completely different. What I do find is because this is a pre-shrunk wadding, you do not have to worry so much about that. So as I say, I tend to make the quilt, quilt the quilt, bind the quilt, and then chuck it in the washing machine with a colour catcher. And if any shrinkage is going to happen, it all tends to happen at the same time. The great thing about this wadding is the quilting on there. You only need to quilt every 8 to 10 inch squares. A lot of waddings out there, you have to quilt between 3 and 4 inches because of the movement of the wadding. Because this is needle punched, because this is a cotton blend, it doesn't need as much quilting. So if you're going to send your quilt or your project that you've made to a long arm quilter, You can go for one of those more elaborate designs but spread out over the quilt, or if you're at home hand stitching, you don't have to worry. You know that every 8 to 10 inches, it just requires some quilting. So I just want to say thank you for joining me today, and thank you for watching our tutorial video on cotton blended wadding.